afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live broadcast here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is Homecoming 2014, and we are on the campus of Prairie View A&M University, where the Prairie View Panthers will be playing host to the Alabama State Hornets. This is the final homecoming here at Blackshear Stadium, and it is to capacity, I must tell you. The Prairie View A&M University Panthers coming off a big road win last week against Jackson State, down in Jackson State. Had not won against Jackson State since 1970. But they turned that around, getting 21 points in the fourth quarter as they were able to steal that victory with a 48-30 win. Meanwhile, Alcorn State showed who the true dominance was, at least at the midway point, against Alabama State on last week with the Thursday edition, which was featured on ESPNU, as the Alcorn State Braves dismantled the Alabama State Braves by a score of 33-7. Well, we're here. Time is just a moment away before we'll have the opening kickoff, and we are excited to be bringing you the coverage for this afternoon's contest between the Prairie View A&M University Panthers and the Alabama State Hornets. The Panthers have just rushed out onto the field. You can hear the fight song being played. The Panthers, purple from head to toe, purple helmets, purple shirts, purple pants, purple socks with the black shoes, and they have the white numbers and they have their names on the back of their jerseys for this homecoming event. Meanwhile, Alabama State will be in their all-white with the gold helmets, the kind of New Orleans Saints gold helmets with the white ASU on the side and the black numbers to suit. The captains are meeting, and Alabama State has won the toss. They will be receiving as we get ready for our kickoff and live action right here from the campus of Prairie View A&M University. We're going to take us a quick break, and we will be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
It kind of freaks me out that some people actually go through their trash to pull out recyclables. That's not for me.
Maria Inez Phillips talks about not recycling.
I've got too many newspapers and magazines and catalogs in there with plastic containers and bottles and cans. In your recycling bin? No, in my trash.
Your trash can is full of recyclables?
No, it's full of trash.
You say trash, Maria. I say rubbish.
Whatever it is, I'm not going through it. I don't even know what they do with recyclables.
They make more of the things you use, Maria. More newspapers, more bottles and cans.
Out of a bunch of trash? I just don't get it.
Some things are very obvious, Maria. Recycling creates jobs and protects the environment. Is that important to you?
It is, which is why I put my trash where it belongs.
Learn the difference between trash and recycling and more on our website, yougottabekidding.org.
I put out way too much trash to think about recycling.
See why recycling is not rubbish. Visit yougottabekidding.org today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready. We're 40 seconds away from the kickoff. Want to let you know how the standings look in the Southwestern Athletic Conference leading in today's contest. From the Eastern Division, Alcorn State, they're 3-0. They'll be taking on Grambling at 2 p.m. kickoff as well. You have Alabama State coming in at 3-1. Jackson State's at 1-2. They'll be playing their homecoming contest against Mississippi Valley. That game will start at 2 o'clock as well. Alabama A&M University is right now in third place with a 1-2 record. They are leading Southern as we speak by the score of 17-14. That was a 1 o'clock kickoff side. In the western side, Mississippi Valley brings it in at 0-4. From the Western Division, Grambling State sits on top at 3-0. Texas Southern with a bye week. They are at 3-1. And you have 2-1 Southern University, Prairie View 1-3, and the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, which has a bye week, will be at 0-3. As they get ready to set things up, we are ready to get this kickoff on the way here in just a moment. Homecoming 2014, back deep for Alabama State. It looks like it will be number 10, DeMario Bell. Kicking off for the Panthers will be Barrett. And the kick is up, a high, short kick, retrieved at the 8-yard line by Barrett. He gets it up to about the 26-yard line, where he will take over. I'm sorry I said that, but DeMario Bell on that carry. So it will be Alabama State will start off here, 14:53. They're going to spot the ball at the 26-yard line. And we'll be ready to get things on the way here. Great turnout here at Blackshear Stadium. Alabama State ready to go. Quarterback in his Duhart. A reverse given and a big stop by the defense for the Panthers. Great defensive stomp. Bale on the tackle. Akeem Barton on the tackle, defensive end for the Panthers, as it will be second down and 11. Loss of 1 yard. Going back and forth now. There's another give as they got to be able to contain Mr. Malcolm Cyrus. So it was a gain of about 4 yards for Cyrus. No huddle offense. Will be third down and 8. 3 receivers to the right side. Going back, there's a flag thrown, screen thrown to Cyrus, and this is going to be coming right back because there was a flag thrown for, it looked like it was against Alabama State. We'll find out here momentarily. Don't want to be too premature. That will be called against the Panthers, so they will take the result of the play. So it will be first down. The first down of today's contest. The ball is at the 50-yard line. Screen picked up 20 yards. So now there's a give to Cyrus, weaving in and out of defensive positioning for the Panthers. He gets down inside the 35 at the 34-yard line, where he will pick up another Hornet first down. First drive, we're just getting started on the way here at Blackshear Stadium. The no-huddle offense. Take it, give again to Cyrus. He slides through, gets down to the 30-yard line, picks up another 4 yards. As Daniel Duhart leading the charge for the Hornets. No huddle offense, 3 receivers to the right side. Duhart gets the snap, and it looked like he was going to try to hit his receiver on a screen, Marcus Gamble. So the penalty was charged against the Hornets, number 86 being Wendell Archie. Wendell Archie charged with the first penalty of the game. Will set the Hornets back 5 yards. Well, sorry, the second penalty. Well, the first penalty was declined, so technically it would be the first penalty. Back now at the 37-yard line. There's a pass right across the seam and caught inside the 10-yard. Fumbled the ball. They're going to say he was down. The pass was complete to receiver Earl Lucas. Lucas catching that ball on a post pattern as he was able to get down inside the 10-yard line. Picked up 30-plus yards on that play. The third first down, the ball is spotted at the 6-yard line. There's going to be a stretch run right now, going to the corner and making the 6-yard touchdown run was reserved by Khalid Thomas as he came in and stretched it out to the right side to get the score at 12:35 here in this first quarter of play. 8-yard run by the reserve back. The PAT is waved off. There's a flag on the play, so we'll find out exactly what happens there. So the Hornets get on the scoreboard on their first possession. They're discussing what the potential penalty would be as both teams kind of go to the sidelines to find out exactly what's what. We'll wait the call right now. The illegal substitution So the PAT will be good, and at 12:35, the Hornets on top of the Panthers by the score of 7-0. So they will come on out real quickly to get the kickoff. The kicker for the Hornets is number 16, Preston Clark, 6'1", 182-pound freshman. And it looks like they're going to have his reserve coming in, Mr. Adam Shepard. They got Adam Shepard. Now he got the pink fluorescent shoes on. He wears number 34. Got him listed at 6'5", 245-pound freshman. So back deep for the Panthers will be Jonta Hebert. Waiting to kick here. Panthers going from left to right, all purple uniforms, white numbers, with their names on the back of their jerseys for this homecoming festival. There's the kick, a high driving kick, gets Hebert back to the 3-yard line. It gives, fakes the reverse. Hebert going to the left side, and he is upended around the 13-yard line, and that is where Prairie View will take over at 12:30 here in this first quarter. First time the Panthers are touching the ball. Here in the last couple of weeks or so, Coach Northern has kind of been going with the two-headed monster in the likes of Mr. Lovelock and his reserve, Trey Green. 3 receivers now to the right side. Lovelock is the quarterback to start this contest off. Checking over the defensive look for the Hornets. He gets the snap. Looks, he wants to throw. Going up top and was not able to connect with this receiver. That looks like that was intended for Rasan Givens, number 80, the 6'3" redshirt freshman. So it will be second down and 10. Givens will come off, and it looks like coming on for the Panthers, number 89. We'll get you the name here in just a second. There is a give to Hebert, and Hebert will be stopped for very little gain, if any at all, on that run. Number 89 for the Panthers is Konde Adawa. Adawa goes out now, and returning will be Givens. There's a little premature jump. This will be a free play going up top and over the intended Givens. That's going to be a free pass as a defensive lineman jumped off sides for they did not indicate who it was against, but we know it was encroachment. Be third down and 5. Let's call it a short 6 for the Panthers. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. The ball is at the 20-yard line. Lovelock looking. He takes the snap. Looks to his left, roll out to his right. Got plenty of time. Throws it across. And that's a caught pass by Petrie. Nick Petrie catches that ball going across the middle. Plenty of time for Lovelock, as that's the first down for the Panthers. To go on with the no huddle. The give to Hebert, hopping outside to the left side, hitting the corner, swinging, stretching him out, and he might get a yard or two after the long run. Good containment by the Alabama State defense. 11-22 here in this first quarter play. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. 7-yard run by, an 8-yard run by number 7, Thomas, for Alabama State. There's a screen pass. There's giving it to Dunlap, and Dunlap will get across. Greg Thurman, not Dunlap, Greg Thurman gets the first down for the Panthers as the Panthers offense begin to move. There's a late flag thrown around the 44-yard line. Find out exactly what that infraction is. Petrie has just been hit with a personal foul And you got to keep composure. Now, one thing about Petrie, he is a very emotional guy, and he gets on edge pretty quick, if you will. Very hyper. And he may have gotten a little premature. Well, no, maybe to it. He got a little premature on that particular set. That would push the Panthers back 15 yards. But the good thing about it is still first down. The ball goes back to the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Pistol look. Hebert on the jet sweep to the left side, trying to hit to the corner. And he tried to dance his way away and may have lost a couple of yards that he did have. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 minutes and 29 seconds, just getting on the way. Prairie View trailing by the score of 7-0. Reserve back now is in, number 27, Ham. And there's a pass, and that pass was intended for Givens, and that is going to be a pass interference. Looks like he may have held him. They might be calling him for holding. So that holding will give the Panthers a new set of downs. Homecoming 2014, standing room only at Blackshear Stadium. Ball is at the 38-yard line now. The Panthers 1st down and 10, going from my left to right. Man comes in motion. There's a bootleg pass, and it's complete. Going across the 40. Oh, makes up for defender miss. Inside the 40-yard line, finally out of bounds, goes Gabe Dunlop. There's the Gabe Dunlop. Dunlop gets another 1st down for the Panthers, as you can hear the PV Nation faithful getting cranked up. 9 minutes and 53 seconds with the stopping of the clock. The ball will get down to the 38-yard line of the Hornets. 3 receivers to the left side now for Lovelock. Snap goes. Swings it out and completed to Ham. Ham goes down inside. There's a flag down. A couple of flags get down as Ham would have gotten what it looks like a 1st down. But they're going to call this one back, no doubt. Looked like Givens may be the guilty party by the way he was reacting on that particular call. We'll wait and see how they assess this one out. Javonte Ham on the swing route. Well, they call it against Dunlop. It's going to cost the Panthers 10 more yards. So just on this series alone, the Panthers have had 2 penalties for 25 yards to go against them, and they had 2 penalties of 15 yards in their favor. So the ball is pushed back now to the 48-yard line. 1st down and 20 for the Panthers. 3 receivers to the right side, or to the left side, as Ham swings out in motion. There's another screen, and that one is given to the receiver, Thurman. And that one was for Knott. Matter of fact, he didn't even may have lost a couple of yards. Going back now, PV, no huddle offense. Lovelock looking over toward the near sideline where the Panthers are. Readjusting everything. 4-3 look now for the Hornets. Take the snap, and there's a delayed handoff to Ham. Javonte Ham running down hard inside the 45-yard line, close to the 43-yard line. As that was play number 12 on this drive here with 8 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. 3 receivers to the left side for Dunlop. For Lovelock. He takes it, throws it across, and there's another completed pass. And fighting his way down for the 1st down will be Rashawn Givens. As Givens picks up the 5th 1st down on this drive. That was play number 13 as the Panthers get the ball at the 29-yard line. Ball is on the far hash. Oh, they didn't say it was a first down. They're going to say he was down a yard short. Panthers lining up. Pistol formation now. Lovelock, Ham goes out in motion. Lovelock looking, keeps it himself, runs forward. He should have the first down. And that will be the first down for the Panthers, as that was play number 14 on this drive. Little bit of rain coming, nothing much. Had the majority of it fall down earlier, and it looks like it's going to end up being a pretty good day all around, especially if the Panthers can find a way to win. First down for the Panthers after measurement. Ball is at the 27-yard line. There's a give to Devontae Ham running across the left side, down inside the 25-yard line, close to the 20 as the progress goes forward. They're going to give him down to the 23-yard line. A nice long drive here for the Panthers. Coming up on the 16th play, picked up 5 yards. Did Devontae Ham. Going to say that the 23-yard line. 3 receivers now to the right side for Lovelock. Lovelock checking out. Takes it, gives it to Jonte Hebert. Hebert skittles and scuttles through. Gets close to the yard 6. He picks up about 4 on that play, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 coming in for the Panthers now. Number 35, Walter Verbata, at the fullback position. They're in the pistol look. There's a give again to Hebert. Sweep to the left side, gets across. He did look like he got enough for a first down, as that is first down number 6 on the drive. Panthers going again with that no-huddle offense. The ball is set up right at the 16-yard line. Hebert takes a play fake, rolling to the right side. That ball almost intercepted, and they're going to call a penalty. That ball was intended for Petrie. On the defensive coverage for Alabama State was number 6, Marcus Bird. Bird will be called for the pass interference as he tried to break on the ball and kind of stopped or redirected the route for Petrie. Oh, they picked the flag up. Pick up the flag. And that's not what you expect at a homecoming. No home cooking on that call. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Personnel change is coming in for the Panthers right now. Now they have number 96, Clelchin Odeka. Coming up now, quickly coming out. Pistol formation. Lovelock looking to throw. He pumps once or twice, rolling out the pocket. He got a big lane to run. Running to the left side. He's got close to the first down. He's finally knocked out of bounds by number 13, Kadeem Thomas of the Hornets. And that looks like it will be a first down for the Panthers. The 7th first down on this drive. Ball is spotted right at the 6-yard line. 5 minutes and 50 seconds now. There's a give to Hebert running straight through the middle. Touchdown, Panthers. Officially, that's going to be a 7-yard touchdown run for Hebert. Here the fight song being played. What an impressive drive by the Panthers. 19 plays. Took over 7 minutes on that drive. The PAT by Barrett is up, and it is good. And at 5:38, we are all tied at 7 apiece. We're going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers answer on their first drive, taking 19 plays to drive 88 yards, 7 first downs, capped up with a 7-yard TD run by Hebert, Jonta Hebert. Ball is lined up on the left hash as Barrett gets ready to kick off. Back deep now. That looks like 83. We'll find out who that is. This is Joshua Davis. Back deep. And there's a high kick, retrieved. With yard deep in the end zone. Running out is Davis trying to look for the lane, and he will be upended. It looks like they're going to say the 12-yard line is where the Hornets will take over. 5 minutes and 31 seconds as the Hornets will come back out now. Quarterback Daniel Duhart and the deadly running threat of Malcolm Cyrus, one of the top backs in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Spread formation now for the Hornets. The give to Cyrus trying to run to the right side. He's got a little bit of lane, but he is finally stopped and tackled. That looked like number 23 for the Panthers, Josh Biggums. So now 2nd down and 4, and there's 6, and Cyrus taking that ball and running straight up the gut for a Hornets first down. So the Hornets get their 4th first down. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side now for Duhart. He looks to throw, swings it out to Cyrus. He's got some blocking. Gets across the 30 and finally down around the 35-yard line. Little swing pass. They want to have him have as many touches as possible, this Malcolm Cyrus. He, no doubt, is a home run threat for the Hornets. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Cyrus goes out for a breather. His backup, Caleb Thomas, comes in. Caleb Thomas got the touchdown for the Hornets earlier. There's a give to Thomas running to the right side. He will have enough for the first down. As it goes now to 4 minutes and 33 seconds, the clock stops momentarily for the Chains. And we're back to action. There's a swing pass, almost a big play by the Panthers' defensive side as that ball will coming in, reading the play all the way, but could not get there in time for the Panthers was number 24, Foster Brown. The pass ends up being complete to the Hornets for a big gain, 7 yards. Actually, 8 yards. I want to say 2nd down and 2. That pass was complete to DeMario Bell. There's a give to Cyrus now. Cyrus running toward the sticks. And they're going to look at the spot, see exactly what happens here. They're going to say enough for a Hornet first down. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. There's a flag to stop. Illegal procedure will be the call. Meanwhile, that looked like 86 for the Hornets will be charged with that. Personal or illegal motion, window arching. It's going to knock them back 5. 3:07 remaining in the first quarter play. 3 receivers to the left side now for Duhart. Takes it and gives it to the back, sweeping across the right side. Number 20, Coleman. And Coleman picks up maybe a yard. Only second down and 14 now for the Hornets. 3 receivers to the left side of Duhart, 2 to the right. Coming under center now, he backs up after tapping him on his right hip. Takes the snap, looking to his left, goes across the middle. That ball is complete and gets about a yard ahead of the original marker. That pass was complete to number 80, and number 80 being Nehemiah Henry. Henry gets it. It's 3rd and 9 now. Spread formation. Duhart looking, making his assessments. Takes it. Look, pressure from the backside. Great pressure by Howard coming from the backside as Duhart was making the throw. Now, that won't be credited as a sack, but he sure did affect the route of that ball. Henry was the intended receiver. So at 1:51, the Panthers will send their punt unit out. Punt returner for the Panthers is Gabe Dunlap. And that ball takes a big hop for Alabama State, bounces down inside the 10-yard line, and finally will be touched. It looks like about the 7. A great kick by the punter for the Hornets, Mr. Preston Clark. So at 1:37 remaining here in the first quarter play, the Panthers will take over at their 7-yard line. Lovelock takes it, gives it to Hebert. Hebert kind of shimmying his way through for a little gain. As we are going to say about a 2-yard gain for the Panthers. 2nd down and 8. Takes a look. There's another pass caught and another little screen, wide receiver screen to Thurman. Thurman gets it and advances close to the 20. And they're going to say 1st down. Picks up just enough for the 1st down and be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. 47 seconds before this first quarter is in the books. Hebert is going to be wrapped up. A tackle for loss by number 98, Antonio Humphrey. Humphrey, the 6'3", 252-pound junior, wrapped up Hebert for a 2-yard loss. 3 receivers now to the left for Lovelock. Check it over. Look like they want to show corner blitz. The blitz does come, picked up beautifully. That pass is complete, and muscling their way through was number 5, Arthur Lockett. And Lockett picks up a little positive gain. No huddle again for the Panthers. It's 3rd down and 5, and we have come to the end of the first quarter play, and we are all tied, ladies and gentlemen, at 7 apiece. We're going to take us a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics.
Are you looking for an opportunity to expand your business in the community? Or are you seeking an affordable way for you to maximize your advertising dollars? The Open Mic Broadcast Network is that solution. We're providing over 140 live sporting broadcasts for the 2014-15 campaign, featuring coverage for the Waller Bulldogs, the Hempstead Bobcats, the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, and the Wharton County Pioneers. Call us today at
Go get my stats.
Have an inside track on an opportunity to reach over 150,000 listeners to highlight your product during our live broadcast. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. Call us today at 832-213-8824. You're listening to the Open Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting this second quarter. The teams have flipped sides. The Panthers now going from my right to left. 3rd down and 5. There is a play going up top, wide open, caught and dropped the ball. Oh, my goodness. Rashawn Givens was all by himself, no one within 10 yards of him, and he dropped the ball. There was a flag on the play. Wow, the Panthers dodge a bullet there. Offsides was called. And it's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard now, as the stats were not available as of yet. Wow, you talking about a do-over. Givens had no one within 10 yards. Getting back to action, 3rd down. There's another offsides, it looks like, as on the bliss for the Hornets. Oh, my. So now we get a penalty called against one of the big guys up front, Mr. Glenn Hasley. And that's going to negate the 5 yards that the Panthers gained, so it's going to be 3rd down and 6 again. So now we got another delay in action, and looks like they're going to call another false start against the Panthers. That one against Nick Petrie. So the Panthers are abusing themselves right now, not taking advantage of wide open receivers, and 2 back-to-back legal procedure calls makes it now 3rd down and 10. So the ball is at the original marker of the 18-yard line with this series resumed after the 1st down. Lovelock take it, looks, steps up in the pocket, and that ball is going to be incomplete, intended to try and connect with Gabe Dunlap. And here comes the kicking unit. Man, we went from the White House to outhouse just that quick. So Travis Yatslu will come out to punt, and back will be Caleb Thomas. Thomas is standing at his 43-yard line, awaiting the punt. 14-43, the snap is it. A nice high driving kick back at the 36-yard line. Thomas gets to the left side and still on his feet into the 40-yard line. He crossed the 50 to the 40-yard line. A pretty good return on what looked like it would have been some good coverage by the Panthers. So they're going to say the ball, it looks like a flag is on the play. Waiting on the official's call. Looking at Howard, Jerome Howard is indicating. So Sean Parks was called with a block in the back, and that's going to cost the Hornets 15 yards and some good return yards negated, as they'll spot this ball now at the 26-yard line, where Alabama State will take over. 14-30. here in the first quarter as they get ready. Duhart gives that ball to Cyrus. He's penetrating the backfield, reversing field, and he's got a convoy ahead of him running and gets down across the first down marker for a first down. Cyrus was actually trapped behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like that may have been number 94, Malik or Markel Williams, that had the pursuit, but let him get away. So now there's a kid, Duhart, looking. Rolling to his right. That ball is thrown complete. Big hit by Brown, but the reception was made by the big receiver for the Hornets, number 82. 82 being Brandon Barnes. So that's enough for first down. No huddle offense. As they give it to Cyrus, running to the left side. He got a lane, bouncing off defenders, close to the 40-yard line. They're going to say he was down at the 41-yard line. And it will be second down and about 3. 13-35. Ball on the left hash mark. There is another give to Cyrus running to the left side. He's close to a first down where he's finally stopped. Howard comes back in for the Panthers, number 40, as well as number 53, Danny Parnell. And there's a give right back up the middle, just enough for the first down goes Cyrus. And that's or they're going to say he didn't get the first down. Looked like got a favorable spot for the Panthers. Fourth down and goal to go. Here come the Panthers. And they're going for it. There's a snap rolling out to the right, going up top. He overthrew the receiver. They're going to call a flag. The ball was intended for wide receiver number 1, Mr. Hanna, Jamari Hanna. But that ball didn't even look like it was catchable. They're discussing what the flag on is going to possibly be against the Panthers' D.B. Brown. They look like they're discussing. They're going to. So it was offsides against the Panthers and a pass interference against the Panthers. So they'll take that. And the result will be first down. Ball is at the 28-yard line now. 3 receivers to the left side for Duhart. He takes it. He ducks, and a big tackle by Jerome Howard. Howard actually is going to be accredited for the sack on that one. So it's going to be second down and 12. 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Spread formation now for the Hornets. Duhart gets the snap. Looks, throws, and that ball is caught and spinning inside, trying to get more. As that was caught by number 3, Earl Lucas. It's going to be third down and about 8 now for the Hornets. Ball is just outside the 25-yard line. PV Nation trying to get it worked up. Cyrus is in the backfield alone with Duhart in the pistol formation. Looks like they want to do a reversal, and there's a good pressure and a big defensive play. They tried to run a middle screen to Cyrus, and making the read was Jerome Howard and defensive back number 2 for the Panthers, Damon Jackson. So the kicking unit will come out. The ball is at the 26-yard line. And they're going to try a field goal attempt it's going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt by Preston Clark. Preston Clark will attempt it. It's 11 minutes and 2 seconds awaiting the snap. The snap is a little high. The kick is No good. It kind of knuckled through the air. You didn't know if it had enough distance to make it or not. And the missed field goal from 42 yards will give the Panthers the ball with 10:51 and pretty decent field position from their own 26-yard line. Lovelock now looking, spread formation. Panthers going from right to left. Lovelock look, play action, wants to throw, going across. Got the big pass completed to Greg Thurman down to the 30-yard line. 46 yards on the reception. And the Panthers, just like that, move to the Hornets territory. The no-huddle offense takes it, gives it to Hebert. Hebert cutting across, and he will get about 4 yards on that gain. Second down, and we'll call it 6. Ball is at the 29-yard line. 10 minutes and 13 seconds before halftime. Homecoming 2014. Pistol look. Hebert coming in motion. There is going to be a keeper by. That's Trey Green coming in. Did the little switcheroo on us. Trey Green is a little bit more agility than does Lovelock. As he gets close to the first down, it's going to be third down and about 1. Green does stay in. Petrie and Thurman out to the left side. And there is going to be another keeper by Green. Green running straight down the middle on the quarterback option read. He should have enough for a Panther first down. 9 minutes and 34 seconds. It is enough for a first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily as the Panthers now have the ball right at the 23-yard line, trying to take the lead here for the first time in this contest. There's a snap to give to Hebert, hopping to the right side, got up to about the 20-yard line, and he is finally stopped in his progress. 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Second down, and we'll call it 7 for the Panthers to get a first down. Ball is right at the 20-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark, going from our right to left. There's a give to Hebert. He bounces off a defender, cutting back inside, and gets down to the 18-yard line. Looked like Hebert was going to be stopped for a tackle of loss by number 99, Edward Mosley. But he bounced right off the big guy and got a couple of yards out of it. So it's going to be third down and about 5. 8:27 now. Panthers are at least in Barrick's range right now to get the field goal. Dunlap comes in motion. Want to give. There's a swing out to Dunlap over the hands, over his head just a little bit. Tried to stretch out to get it. And is going to bring out the kicking unit for the Panthers. 8 minutes and 13 seconds. In this first half of play, we are all tied at 7 apiece. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. Ryan McGinty has made it up here. What's going on, Ryan? He's laughing. He must have something to tell me. As Barrick will kick now from the 25 or 35-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 8:06, the Panthers make it 10-7 with a 35-yard field goal by Barrick. Panthers on top, 10-7. We're trying to see if we can get some stats as Ryan McGinty is the SID for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. They're getting them cranked up here. It is homecoming 2014. We're going to take us just a little station ID break.
The station design, the Mike Broadcast Network, Texas.
PV Nation is getting cranked up. The marching storm got them animated here at Blackshear Stadium, the final homecoming game at this historic venue. Coach Heiss Northern and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers trying to get back into their winning ways. Got their first win last week at Jackson State. And now trying to repeat it with back-to-back wins. The kick is up and on the way. Going to be retrieved at the 11-yard line. Running straight up the gap and getting to the outside and finally upended at the 39-yard line was Mr. Caleb Thomas. So it's 7:58 before half. They're going to put it right at the 39-yard line where the Hornets will take over. Don't forget, we'll take a little break here at halftime. When we come back, we'll give you the scores going out throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and we'll keep you posted on everything that is coming in as we got some stat information finally coming in. We'll start reading it off in a little bit. First down and 10 for the Hornets, going from my left to right, all white uniforms. Take it, and it's going to be the keeper by Duhart. He's going to be tackled for a loss, and guess who? Jerome Howard. Howard having another stellar game. First quarter stats saw that the Panthers were 17 touches for 49 yards rushing, and the Hornets were 15 of 66. There is a play action. Duhart spins around, going up top, deep, and not looking at the receiver. I hope they don't call a flag. Was good coverage. The ball looked like it was intended for Alabama State's receiver Nehemiah Henry. Third down and 11, 7:27. The Purple Haze is trying to rise. Spread formation now for Duhart. As timeout is taken by the Panthers, and with the Panthers taking a timeout, we are going to take us a quick timeout and let you know you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and we'll be right back.
There are dozens of words for describing a woman's breasts. Obviously, Americans are a bit obsessed with this part of the female anatomy. Sometimes an obsession can prove positive, like when it promotes greater awareness to fight breast cancer. Unfortunately, lung cancer causes almost twice as many deaths among women. That's why we'd appreciate it if the next time you referred to a woman's pair of lungs, you actually meant her lungs. To get the facts, log on to our website, nationallungcancerpartnership.org. The National Lung Cancer Partnership. There are quite literally dozens of words referring to a woman's breasts. Some whimsical, some unflattering or crude. But one thing is clear. Americans seem obsessed with this part of the female anatomy. Sometimes an obsession can prove positive, like when it promotes greater awareness and increased funding to fight breast cancer. Unfortunately,
and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We come out of the timeout a little premature as it's third down and 11. Duhart looking to throw, and oh my, double coverage intended for the big receiver, Jamari Hanna. Good coverage by the Panthers, Mr. Damon Jackson, and forward on the double coverage. So the kicking unit will come out. Fourth down and 11. The Panthers ready to go. Gabe Dunlap is back deep. Oh, the fumble on the snap. Oh, picked up. This Petrie can pick it up. He can score. He scoops it. And touchdown, Panthers. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. They say he stepped out of bounds. They said he stepped out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Nick Petrie hadn't realized it yet. The fans hadn't realized it, but the linesman is saying he's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Oh, my. The Panthers Nation is playing like They're playing like it was a touchdown, but it's actually going to be first down, goal to goal at the 4-yard line. 6:35, or 6:30, I should say. The clock is running. There's a little confusion right now. They're actually going to say at the 5-yard line now. The clock is steady running, and I don't know why the clock is running for turnover possession. So now Lovelock takes it, gives it to Ham. Ham running down inside the 5-yard line to the 1, where he picks up 4 yards. Clock stop at 6:10. They're going to say he got touchdown at the 2-yard line right now. So there's going to be a keeper by Lovelock, and they're going to say touchdown. Touchdown, Lovelock. 2-yard TD run by Lovelock. The Panthers get a huge break off the fumble punt snap, and at 5:58, the Panthers jump out 16-7, awaiting the point after. They are still kind of unfolding and unscrambling here as they want to get things set up. Looked like Petrie may have got him a scoop and score, but to no avail. So now the clock is running again, and I'm not understanding why the clock is continuing to run. And they're steady discussing. The clock was stopped at 5:58. It's been run down now to 5 minutes and 10 seconds and continue to count.
After the play, unfortunately, foul. Number 8 of Alabama State. Number 35 of Prairie View.
Okay, so they'll redo the PAT. Meanwhile, we've lost a minute on the clock. It's stopped now at 4:56. Not sure what's going on there. So Barrick will attempt to try the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And, now they finally put it back at 5:48. Okay, we got it now. So it is 17-7. The Panthers on top here at the final homecoming game here on the campus of Prairie View A&M University, Blackshear Stadium, as we have once known it. We're going to do a station break, and we'll be right back.
The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
All right, Mike Prince here with you as we are enjoying right now the Panthers on top 17-7. We'll try to give you a couple of scores going out throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Alabama A&M on top of Southern University 24-20. Grambling is on top of Alcorn 14-0. And Jackson State is on top of Mississippi Valley by the score of 7-3. So now the Panthers getting ready to get things cranked up. Barrick is ready to kick this off, and the kick is on the way. High, short kick, retrieved at the 13-yard line, picking up blockers and spinning, and finally upended. That looked like number 24, Andre Kennedy, or Kanisi. So now the Hornets will take over. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers call for offside. So that'll give a bonus of 5 to the 25-yard line. 5:39 where the Hornets will take over. We'll be getting these halftime stats here momentarily, but Abear had 9 touches for 23 yards. Malcolm Cyrus, 9 touches for 56 yards. Dunlop was 8 of 9 for 90 yards, and Lovelock 8 of 12. The play now, Dunlop throws and almost tried to hit his receiver. He did a curl route when he was expected to run a slant. Was Earl Lucas. On the coverage for the Panthers was DeMond Jackson. Going to be second down and 10. Lovelock had 119 yards in passing yards thus far. We'll give you all that momentarily. There's another pass, and that one was intended for DeMario Bell, and that was just out of his reach as it becomes third down and 10 for the Hornets. Homecoming 2014, and what a festive sight it is. RVs and cars as parked is just about as far as the eye can see. Tight formation. Oh, PV jumps outside a free play as Duhart runs away, and he just throws that ball away. And the Panthers, being a little overzealous, will be called for the offside. So the 5 yards will cost the Panthers. Third down and 5 now. Duhart. Spread formation. Comes up and looks at the adjustment. Cyrus in the backfield with him. Checking over to the sideline. The play clock is down to 11, so they have plenty of time. 5:26 on the game clock. Finally looking and goes, and he's going to keep it himself. Duhart trying to run him. He's going to be stopped on the tackle. Danny Brunell, number 53, for the Panthers. So it's going to bring out the kicking unit. The ball is right at the 34-yard line. Panthers up 17-7. Gabe Dunlap is back deep. There's another low snap. That one is off. It's a high, wobbly kick, calling for the fair catch and retrieved at the 36-yard line. And the Panthers will take over. 4:53 now before halftime. And the Panthers want to see if they can do it yet again. Well, they got some Isley brothers playing in the background. That was before my son was even thought of. Lovelock on the field now. 3 receivers to his left side. The ball is on the right hash mark, going from right to left for the Panthers. He takes his time, gets the snap. Looks, he wants to throw. Throwing it across, and Dunlop almost made a spectacular one-handed grab, and he was not able to haul that one in, so it will be second down and 10 for the Panthers. We'll see if we can get the Sports Information Director, Ryan McGinty, to come up here and talk with us at halftime. Second down and 10. Slot receiver is Nick Petrie. Checks to make sure he's okay. Abear comes in motion. There's going to be a keeper by Trey Green. He comes in, sweeping across the right side. He's going to be met by a host of Hornets. He may have gotten 2 yards on that play. It's going to be third down and 7. 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Lovelock comes back in now. 3 receivers there's going to be big movement that time. Number 73, Jordan Johnson, jumps off sides. And that'll push the Panthers back 5 yards, but it stops the clock at 4:15. They will continue it once the ball is set, as they have already done. 4:07 now. Lovelock looking. He gets the snap. Looking, wants to throw, throws it in there. Oh, my! It looked like He was going to get Rashad Givens, but it was over his head, and Gabe Dunlap was right behind him, and he couldn't hold on to it. So the kicking unit will come out, 3:53 left. Panthers not taking advantage of that series. As the marching storm creeps out, get ready for the halftime performance. A lovely crowd it is. I mean, this place is standing room only, and there are people, it looked like, being turned away from the gate. All the people are outside the gate as the punting unit now is out. Snap is a good snap. There's a low kick, and it takes a good bounce. It bounces off. Oh, my. I thought we was going to have another turnover. Is not being able to handle that was Khalid Thomas. So the Panthers end up turning it over. Well, not turning it over, but punting it at 3:40. The ball will be spotted. It looks like they're going to say at the 27-yard line. '28-yard line, as the Hornets will now come and see what they can do here. 3 receivers to the right side for Duhart. He takes it, swings it out to Cyrus. Cyrus looking for some blocking, and Brown forces him out of bounds, and he lost about 4 yards on that play. They're going to say 2 yards was the loss. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Mike Prince here with you live from Blackshear Stadium in the lovely Prairie View, Texas. Duhart now checking. Spread formation. Takes it, gets it to Cyrus. Cyrus is wrapped up. Nowhere to go. Leading the charge for the Panthers, number 94 for PV, Mr. Marky Williams. Third down and 14. 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Duhart looking to the far side of the Alabama State sideline for his instructions. Finally checking things off. Panthers setting back in zone. The pressure coming from up the middle, flushing to the right side. That ball thrown to Cyrus, wrapped up and handled by Jerome Howard for another loss. Now, if you're coach, do you call a timeout right now? Coach Northern elects not to call a timeout. It shows that the Panthers have 2 timeouts remaining, so they should get the ball in pretty good position. Clock is at 2 minutes right now. The snap, another low snap. This one almost is blocked, partially blocked. It rolls forward, and it's going to be touched and down at the 46-yard line. I couldn't see who got the block for that, but it was touched and down by number 83 for the Hornets, number 83 being Mr. Davis, Joshua Davis. 44 on the block for the Panthers was Velez Lacina. So the ball is at the 46-yard line. 147. Lovelock looks, wants to throw. He throws it back to this Givens. Givens got a block, gets between defenders, bounces off defender, on his feet, down inside the 25-yard line. First down for the Panthers. Oh, my. 132 now. There's a stoppage of play as there's an injured Alabama State Hornet on the field. Trying to find out. That looks like that's Najee Bright, number 49 for the Hornets. 132 remaining. Enough time for the Panthers to get another score to take the lead. Now, the Panthers will get the ball back at the half, so this will be a big drive. You would like a touchdown, but a 3 would be good as well. Breaking out of the huddle now. Hebert coming in motion. Lovelock, look, he wants to throw. Throws it over to Lockett. Lockett is going to be pushed out of bounds. Oh, they wanted a flag. And tackled out of bounds right on the Panthers sideline. No flag was thrown, and Coach Northern is going ballistic. He is going ballistic right now. How could you not make that call? So it's going to be a loss of 2 yards, 1:20 on the clock. Second down and about 12. The ball is right at the 31-yard line. 31-yard line is what we'll officially say. Lovelock, 3 receivers to his right side. Oh, looked like Abel was leaning a little bit, but they didn't call it. Swing out. Abel's by himself, but he's rolling out. And Lockett finally going to tuck it and run. Lovelock down inside the 10. Down into the 7-yard line. Lovelock had a wide open Abel. He didn't want to throw it to him, and by the time he decided to throw it to him, he was well across the yard marker, so he tucked it and ran and got down. They're going to spot it at the 8-yard line. First down. Goal to go. Lovelock looking. Drops, throws it, and that ball was off of Dunlap and off of Givens. So it's 53 seconds now before the half. And, man, we've had some excitement here to start it off. 53 ticks on the clock. Panthers right at the 8-yard line. Second down. Hebert in the backfield with Lovelock. Dunlap goes in motion. Takes the look. Hebert looking in the corner. Petrie was over far in the corner and couldn't get it. 48 seconds and it's third down right now. Now the Panthers are going to have to see what happens here on this particular drive. They are in field goal range of Barrett, but I would love to see them get a touchdown. Little drops fall, but nothing to be concerned about. 3 receivers to the left side. Thurman by himself on the far side. Hebert in the backfield. Take it, looks, go in the corner. Oh, could not catch up with Thurman on the far side. And it's going to bring out Barrick and the kicking unit with 44 seconds. Man, would have loved to see the Panthers get a touchdown on that drive, or at least run the ball to read up some time, then kick it going into. But there's never here nor there. Barrett will come out now. We see exactly where they're spotted. He'll be at the 15, so this will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. Barrett gets the field goal. With 39 ticks on the clock, the wind's picking up just a tad bit. 20-7, the Panthers on top. Feel a little mist as some of the umbrellas pop out right now. $39 ticks remaining. See if I can get my umbrella out here as well. So PV Nation momentarily down. Panthers ready to kick this one off. As Barrick's kick is on the way, a high kick retrieved at the 3-yard line. Running hard to the left side, trying to got a lane and still on his feet, and finally upended was, it looks like that was Adam Shepard. I'm sorry, not Adam Shepard, the kickoff returner, DeMario Bell. So Alabama State, I don't know, let's see, 33 seconds remaining. The umbrellas come out. The ball is at the 32-yard line where Alabama State will take over. Duhart looking. He wants to throw. That ball is complete. A screen, middle screen that was complete to receiver Earl Lucas, number 3. He picks up enough for a Hornet first down. 24 seconds remaining. The clock stops as there is a timeout on the field. Alabama State takes a timeout, and we will take us a timeout as you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it locked where you got it. We'll be right back.
There are quite literally dozens of words referring to a woman's breasts. Some whimsical, some unflattering or crude. But one thing is clear. Americans seem obsessed with this part of the female anatomy. Sometimes an obsession can prove positive, like when it promotes greater awareness and increased funding to fight breast cancer. Unfortunately, another kind of cancer causes almost twice as many deaths among women. That's why we'd appreciate it if the next time you referred to a woman's pair of lungs, you actually meant her lungs. Lung cancer kills over 70,000 women a year. And while lung cancer rates have decreased for men in the last 20 years, they've been rising for women. So talk to your friends, family, and doctor. Obsess all you want over that set of lungs you can't live without. For answers.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. They throw a middle screen and trying to get down to the 31-yard line. Just trying to get a little bit of it's down to the 17 seconds now remaining. Another timeout is taken by the Hornets. So the Hornets look like we're going to try to get the SID for the Panthers set up for a halftime interview, Mr. Ryan McGinty. We don't know if he'll be able to fit us in his busy schedule, but we'll find out what we got going on. We'll give you some halftime scores coming up. We'll take a little break, and we'll get him set up, and then we'll go right into it. Meanwhile, we have 17 seconds remaining here in this first half of play, what has been an exciting first half for the Panthers. Would have loved to see the Panthers get a touchdown on that last drive, but they did get 3. Hornets coming out of their timeout right now. As we're ready to go. Spread formation for the Hornets. Duhart takes the snap, looks to his left, pumps one time, throws it back across, almost intercepted. Panthers making good coverage. Looks like number 15, James Paul Bryant, missed an opportunity. Second down and 10. 13 seconds remain. Duhart getting it, trying to get his field goal position in place, and that pass complete to Bell. Looks like that may have given the Hornets another first down. 7 seconds on the clock. The Hornets have one timeout remaining as the ball is now placed at the, looks like the 18-yard line of the Hornets. Duhart looking, the clock with 7 seconds. Timeout is taken by the Panthers. Coach Northern not liking what he was seeing. And with that, we're going to take us a quick 30-second break. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mike Prince here with you live from Blackshear Stadium. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, we're coming back here. 7 seconds here remaining. Blackshear Stadium, standing room only. The visitor side is being filled up by PV Nation as well. RVs and cars as far as the eye can see. A little bit of threatening of rain, but nothing much to consider. Little drizzle here and there never hurts no one. Ready to resume. Panthers on defense. That ball thrown. What a behind-the-back catch. Was that a completed pass? To Bell. Oh, it looked like Bell almost made up a razzle-dazzle catch. And it says no time on the clock. The kicking unit is trying to come out for the Hornets. They're going to adjust the clock, I bet. Oh, they're going to put it back to 3 seconds. Nick Petrie was leading the crew out toward the locker room. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. But nonetheless, they are going to say there's enough time. It is going to be a 33-yard field goal attempt. The kicker gets it up, and it is good as Preston Clark was able to nail that one through from 33 yards. And at the end of one half, it is Prairie View 20, Alabama State 10. Let us pause momentarily, get things set up, and when we come back, we'll be talking to Mr. Ryan McGinty for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Panthers on top by the score of 20
the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but we'll return shortly. Follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget, you're a phone call away from listening to Waller County Sports live from anywhere throughout the country on your cell phone or your landline. That number is 724-444-7444. To listen to the Royal Falcons, the code will be 134280. For the Waller Bulldogs and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, that code would be 46493. For the Hempstead Bobcats, that code would be 135036. Remember, that number is 724-444-7444. Or you can always visit our website at ktorradio.com and listen online. One county, one voice, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors and supporters for tonight's broadcast. The City of Prairie View, 4B Economic Group, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, the Waller Bulldog Club, San Bernardino Electric Cooperative, the Learning Tree Daycare Center, Larry's Automotive, Galileo's Mexican Grill. You would like to be a sponsor or supporter, simply call us at 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Another proud supporter for the Waller Bulldogs is Green Lawn Care Service, providing commercial and residential lawn maintenance for quality, service, and value. Contact Green Lawn Care Service at 979-277-2145. Has your vehicle been giving you the blues? Contact our good friends at Larry's Automotive at 30540 FM 1488 in the Field Store area. Now 936-931-5566. Showing support for Waller County student athletes and helping educate today's children, the Learning Tree Child Care Center, located at 837 12th Street, Hempstead, Texas. Contact the owner, Carla Perry, at 979-826-4703. Another proud supporter for Waller Bulldog Athletics is San Bernard Electric Cooperative. From Hallettsville to Magnolia, from Patterson to Ellinger, and all communities in between, San Bernard Electric Cooperative has been providing safe and reliable electricity to this area for nearly 75 years. San Bernard wishes all the area athletes and their coaches a very successful season. For more information on San Bernard Electric Cooperative, please visit their website at www.sbec.org. Another proud supporter for Waller County Athletics is the Varsity Grill. Located at 31315 FM 2920 in Waller, Texas. The Varsity Grill has a variety of foods to choose from. Italian cuisine, Texas traditional, poor boys, burgers, seafood, and 5-plate platters. For more information, why don't you give Diana and Teresa a call at 936-372-9115. The Varsity Grill, serving Waller County. Don't forget, you can listen to the Sports Report Mondays and Fridays right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All the latest and the greatest going on throughout Waller County, the Sports Report is your place. The Sports Report right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at halftime. Mike Prince as the Prairie View A&M University Panthers on top of Alabama State Hornets by the score of 20-10. We've been joined by the Sports Information Director, Mr. Ryan McGinty. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Oh, man, wonderful. Good turnout. The weather is actually perfect for me. It's not too hot, not too cold. A little overcast never hurts anybody, huh?
Definitely. It's kind of like bend, don't break. We're just hoping it bends just enough, and once it breaks, the game is long over.
That's right. The game is long over, and I'm somewhere snug as a bug in the rug. Well, Ryan, give us your assessment on what you've gotten out this first half of play.
Well, you know, a lot of people predicted this game would be 45-0 at halftime because Alabama State started off strong. But like I told him a few weeks ago, I said that Alcorn game probably exposed some flaws Alabama State has, and Prairie View has done a great job of adjusting to it, and they're making plays on special teams, which everyone knows that is probably the biggest facet of the game.
No doubt about it. Speaking of, the Panthers have held one of the most explosive backs in the conference, that in the likes of Malcolm Cyrus. He's had 10 touches for 56 yards. Meanwhile, his reserve, Khalid Thomas, has 2 touches, 10 yards, and the touchdown, only touchdown for the Hornets. And Coleman with 3 yards, and Duhart himself has 2 yards. Meanwhile, the Panthers have some rushing forces by Lovelock with 30 yards off of 3 touches. Abear has 23 yards off of 9 touches. And Javante Ham, strong run with 4 touches for 13 yards. He and Abear have 2 of the Panthers' touchdowns on the day. Trey Green came in for a little razzle-dazzle, different look. He's got 3 touches for 8 yards, and you got to like what Coach Northern has done. He's taken the high road. He said, hey, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out doing it my way. You sit down, who has probably been one of the best quarterbacks to come through this system in a long time, and Coach Northern is drawing a line in the sand and say, look, this is the way it's going to be done, with or without you, and I believe Lovelock is now getting the message.
Well, like everyone said last year, Lovelock was effective when he could look over his shoulder and see DeAndre Smiley. When he knew that he was like a old Apollo Sandman style pull away. After a mess up, he plays better. So obviously Trey Green had some success the last 2 weeks, and they're using him more now. So sometimes people play better under pressure, or when, like you told me the other day, nothing wrong with a little competition.
Nothing wrong with a little competition, because competition should bring out the best in you, and that's what makes this country successful and what makes this country great. It's all about competition. And speaking of competition, Ryan, we're going to go around the Southwestern Athletic Conference. In the third quarter, with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to play, Alabama A&M is on top of Southern University by the score of 27-14. Grambling on top of Alcorn, 21-7, with 5 minutes left in the second quarter play. And Mississippi Valley trails Jackson State down in Jackson, Mississippi at 14-6. They've just gone into halftime. Our score here at halftime, the Panthers 20, Alabama State 10. Mathematically, it is still a shot in the dark that the Panthers can win with a little bit of help, but you kind of would need Alcorn to have a strong second half to help that stay alive for the Panthers. Huh?
Well, you would have to hope Grambling loses 4 games over the next few weeks, and sometimes teams like that, you're winning, you're improving, you're feeling yourself. In Grambling case, sometimes, like, they remind me of Bethune-Cookman when the current coach Brian Jenkins got there a few years ago. They went from a bad record to a good record. But like one coach said, you won a few games you shouldn't have won, And all that does is now your confidence level shoots through the roof, and that's what happened. They win this game against an Alcorn, and everybody is pegged to run away with the conference already. All this does is make Grambling stronger. And the bad part is with a third-string quarterback, and you would have never seen him unless Prairie View hurt him.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So D.J. Williams goes down, and Jonathan Williams comes in, and he's been a force to reckon with. And you got to give Coach Fobbs a great a vote of confidence, if you will, because he said back in week one of the conference calls throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference that this is not the old Grambling. He said the 2013 Grambling Tigers don't even exist anymore, and that's got to be the same mentality and approach that Coach Northern has had to take with the Panthers. Their first half of Panther football is behind us. Let's start with a one-game winning streak, and let's just build from there, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Well, definitely. You won in Jackson last week for the first time since 1970, and you haven't beat Alabama State since 2009, and you've only beaten them 4 times in your whole in the whole series, and 3 of those was from 7, 8, and 9, and then before that was 1931. So you get a homecoming win, even though we still have 30 minutes left.
Yes, sir.
A quality team. You know what they'll do. All your naysayers will disappear further
You
away.
think they're going to disappear?
In my opinion, your homecoming wins usually buys you. It buys you time, especially because your casual fan is at this game. Like everyone said, if you win the TSU game,
yes, sir.
You win the Grambling game, you win your homecoming, because that's where all your casual fans show up and want to run you out anyway. You win the games they show up to. A lot of times, their last memory of you is what they see. So they may not never come back. You win this game. Yeah.
Well, we're at halftime right now at Blackshear Stadium, the last homecoming game here at Blackshear Stadium. Mike Prince, and I'm joined by the Sports Information Director for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, Mr. Ryan McGinty. Ryan, you got to like what you're seeing out here so far.
Oh, definitely. And the crazy part, I'm looking to my right behind the stadium, at least another 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people just walking around.
Yes, sir.
And you got another, well, I don't want to say 1,000, but let's just say at least 700, 800 watching outside. And you got people
close to 1,000, man. When you look at that, man.
Yeah,
look at that.
And so you got people. I haven't even talked about the part on the campus. There's another period of people back there. So there's folks all over, cars still coming, people still walking. They coming from somewhere. And like we all said, everyone talks about advertising and stuff like that. Word of mouth is the best word of advertising. One thing is, we just got to let folks know football is more about just homecoming, Labor Day Classic, because when this stadium comes in 2 years, you have 16,000 seats to sell. So you want folks to keep coming back consistently. Don't just come to 1 or 2 games and judge everybody by that.
Well, that's exactly. Now, Ryan, we here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, we follow PV Athletics very close. And I've been on the record even with the slide. You got to still ride with Coach Northern because of what he's built. And a lot of people, they don't have the fortunes that I have to watch these guys with the 2-a-day practice and to watch these guys in their off-season training. He runs a good program. And he's going to make sure that these guys that are lining up wearing that purple and gold are going to do things the right way. And if I might say, the Northern way. As a result, people are like instant grits. They want to see instant gratification, and they don't want to understand that I can get instant grits, but it's not like the old-fashioned grits that take at least 15 minutes to cook. And you got to give it time to simmer and do what needs to be done. So I tell him on the record, off the record, he's stayed the same upbeat tempo, very professional, very positive about his approach. And I don't know if anyone is listening of magnitude to this broadcast, but I'm saying allow Coach Northern to continue to build what he has. You're going into a new facility next year. Who better to keep the morale going than a Coach Northern?
Definitely, and people don't understand. All they see is what goes on in between the goal lines on each side of the field. People don't understand. Just to get one player in the school, there's so many factors you have to go through, from admissions and a bunch of other things, academics, APR. 2 of his 4 years, he has yet to have Wednesday practice because of what APR issues they put on the program based on a previous regime. So how can you really judge somebody at the end of the day? And based on when you don't have, it's like when you got 1 bullet in your gun, the next man got 5. I missed that one bullet.
I better hit him right in the head.
Right. And if you don't hit it, in this case, like the first year, he didn't get the championship. He fell out of homecoming. In that third year, we had some defensive woes with the team. But people don't realize the 2 years we had this year, then the second year, you know, that was APR problem year. And so it takes time the team gets to the point of where they need to get. You know, you're going to have some ups and downs, and then you try to build on it, but then you lose 3-4 hours again.
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing. So, I mean, that's what people don't understand. So many people involved in making a football program great. And like we said, could Nick Saban coach at Prairie View, or could Heights Northern coach at Alabama?
Huh.
Yeah, you look at it like that.
Give me that budget. Give me that talent to choose from.
Resources, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it all boils down to the money. There's the famous line from Jerry Maguire, show me the money. We're at halftime right now. The marching storm is taking care of business. Ryan McGinty from the Prairie View A&M University, Sports Information Director. Great crowd here. I mean, I'm glad I rode my bike up here, Ryan, because it is going to be trouble trying to get out of here, man. Look,
yeah.
you got basketball season coming up right now. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, look, you're trying to make my job harder than what it already is. But basketball starts, all I know is early November. I don't want to give you the date because I'll be lying without looking at the schedule. But you only have one home game this year on non-conference, both men and the women. And it's a doubleheader against Shriner University on December 3rd. I think it's a Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. That is a Wednesday night. As a matter of fact, you ask, you shall receive. I have the basketball schedule right here.
Great men travel prepared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, the men's basketball season will start off on November the 14th. They'll be in Fort Worth, Texas against TCU. And from there, they'll go to Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on Oklahoma State. That's November 16th. They'll come back to Houston to take on Rice on the 19th of November. And they'll travel to Waco, Texas on November 21st. And then they'll head to Memphis, Tennessee for a November 24th game. And then they'll take a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. And I heard a little birdie say something that they got another big trip planned. Are you at liberty to share that right now?
Till the birdie drops the contract, and it says signed by Dr. Corey Bradford, I won't say anything.
Okay, we'll keep that one under wraps then. Meanwhile, the women will start off the season led by head coach Don Brown. I failed to mention Byron Rim leads the Panthers on the men's hardwood floor. They'll open up November 14th at Houston against Rice. And on the 18th, they'll travel to Nacogdoches, Texas to take on Stephen F. Austin. They'll travel up the road to Texas A&M to take on the Aggies on November 24th. Then they take the most publicized trip talked about right now, as they will travel to Hawaii to take on the Hawaii. They're the Warriors now. They're not the Rainbow. They're the Warriors right now. And North Carolina and Stanford. So that will be a trip coming up here day after. They'll be leaving out the day after Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of things going on throughout this wonderful campus of Prairie View. Ryan, we thank you all for allowing us to come in and do what we try to do here at the open mic, man. And anything you want to share before we shut this down?
Well, we still have 30 minutes of football left, so I'm not going to jump ahead. I just want the Panthers to pull out this homecoming, because a win homecoming makes everything feel easy, at least for the next few days until you jump back into the next opponent. After that, we just have one more game here at Blackshear on October 25th against Alcorn State, and that game is the final game here at Blackshear. After the game, now this is what they told me. They're supposed to do something ceremonial in terms of getting rid of the stadium. Now, they may see me here with a sledgehammer. You may show up, with a chisel.
Yes, sir.
I'll say that, look, I'm first to take this thing down.
But you know what, man? You can say what you want to about this place, but it is really got a lot of memories here, a lot of nostalgia, and it's got to go, but you almost hate to see it go. You know what I mean?
We had a running joke. I said, I think if a Category 10, I don't even know that exists, in terms of a hurricane comes, it may take down every little building on this campus.
Blackshear Stadium is going to remain.
And one more thing for you. We had our Mike, just just want to thank you so far for what you've done for us, and we just look forward to trying to work with you in the future in whatever endeavors that may arise. But people don't understand, like you said, in terms of what Coach Northern has to go through. You got to go through a lot of hurdles just to get a broadcast on at this campus. We're not talking about facility-wise in terms of Blackshear, just hurdles in general. And like I said, just people need to understand, they see you. We don't take you for granted. So some days it's like I have the same day. Sometimes you don't think people care. But at the same time, some of your biggest supporters are the one who never says anything to you. And, that's the one sometimes you got to tell people, express it, especially if you got the ear of the stakeholders. But we definitely appreciate it because there's another voice you can share your story with, because already we've had 3 games this year, especially in Texas, or 4. I haven't seen the Houston Chronicle. The only game that came through was one in Houston. So if your media people in Houston, Combination TV, are not sharing your story, and you're the only one doing it, we need to embrace the people whose job is going to share it. And, you can tell your story another time in terms of what it takes just to get to this point, but we do appreciate what you've done, and so we just look forward to working with you, and we hope, things can expand down the line as resources grow.
Well, we appreciate that very much, Ryan. We do it out of love, out of passion for a university that has literally changed my life. As you know, I try to keep my family involved with everything, and I put my money where my mouth is. I don't just talk it, but we try to do it, and we appreciate that very, very much. We're just moments away.
Well, how much time is left?
They're saying it's 1 minute and 40 seconds, but
should be, yeah. I don't think the guy put 25. So so we'll rectify that now.
Hold on, we'll get that done in just a second here. We're going to take us another break, and we'll be back with our second half of play as we are at halftime. The Prairie View Panthers on top of the Alabama State Hornets by the score of 20 to 10. I wish it was 20 to 4. Keep it where you got it, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but we'll return shortly. Follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget, you're a phone call away from listening to Waller County Sports live from anywhere throughout the country on your cell phone or your landline. That number is 724-444-7444. To listen to the Royal Falcons, the code would be 134280. For the Waller Bulldogs and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, that code would be 46493. For the Hempstead Bobcats, that code would be 135036. Remember, that number is 724-444-7444. Or you can always visit our website at ktorradio.com and listen online. One county, one voice, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors and supporters for tonight's broadcast: the City of Prairie View 4B Economic Group, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, the Waller Bulldog Club, San Bernard Electric Cooperative, the Learning Tree Daycare Center, Larry's Automotive, Galileo's Mexican Grill. You would like to be a sponsor or supporter, simply call us at 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Another proud supporter for the Waller Bulldogs is Green Lawn Care Service, providing commercial and residential lawn maintenance for quality, service, and value. Contact Green Lawn Care Service at 979-277-2145. Has your vehicle been giving you the blues? Contact our good friends at Larry's Automotive at 30540 FM 1488 in the Field Store area. Now 936-931-5566. Showing support for Waller County student athletes and helping educate today's children, the Learning Tree Child Care Center, located at 837 12th Street, Hempstead, Texas. Contact the owner, Carla Perry, at 979-826-4703.
Another proud supporter for Waller Bulldog Athletics is San Bernard Electric Cooperative. From Hallettsville to Magnolia, from Patterson to Ellinger, and all communities in between, San Bernard Electric Cooperative has been providing safe and reliable electricity to this area for nearly 75 years. San Bernard wishes all the area athletes and their coaches a very successful season. For more information on San Bernard Electric Cooperative, please visit their website at www.sbec.org. Another proud supporter for Waller County Athletics is the Varsity Grill, located at 31315 FM 2920 in Waller, Texas. The Varsity Grill has a variety of foods to choose from: Italian cuisine, Texas traditional, poor boys, burgers, seafood, and five-plate platters. For more information, why don't you give Diana and Teresa a call at 936-372-9115. The Varsity Grill, serving Waller County. Don't forget, you can listen to the Sports Report Mondays and Fridays right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. For all the latest and the greatest going on throughout Waller County, the Sports Report is your place. The Sports Report right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but we'll return shortly. Follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget, you're a phone call away from listening to Waller County Sports live from anywhere throughout the country on your cell phone or your landline. That number is 724-444-7444. To listen to the Royal Falcons, the code will be 134280. For the Waller Bulldogs and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, that code would be 46493. For the Hempstead Bobcats, that code would be 135036. Remember, that number is 724-444-7444. Or you can always visit our website at ktorradio.com and listen online. One county, one voice, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors and supporters for tonight's broadcast: the City of Prairie View 4B Economic Group, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, the Waller Bulldog Club, San Bernard Electric Cooperative, the Learning Tree Daycare Center, Larry's Automotive, Galileo's Mexican Grill. You would like to be a sponsor or supporter, simply call us at 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Another proud supporter for the Waller Bulldogs is Green Lawn Care Service, providing commercial and residential lawn maintenance for quality, service, and value. Contact Green Lawn Care Service at 979-277-2145. Has your vehicle been giving you the blues? Contact our good friends at Larry's Automotive at 30540 FM 1488 in the Field Store area. Now 936-931-5566. Showing support for Waller County student athletes and helping educate today's children, the Learning Tree Child Care Center, located at 837 12th Street, Hempstead, Texas. Contact the owner, Carla Perry, at 979-826-4703. Another proud supporter for Waller Bulldog Athletics is San Bernard Electric Cooperative. From Hallettsville to Magnolia, from Patterson to Ellinger, and all communities in between, San Bernard Electric Cooperative has been providing safe and reliable electricity to this area for nearly 75 years. San Bernard wishes all the area athletes and their coaches a very successful season. For more information on San Bernard Electric Cooperative, please visit their website at www.sbec.org. Another proud supporter for Waller County Athletics is the Varsity Grill, located at 31315 FM 2920 in Waller, Texas. The Varsity Grill has a variety of foods to choose from: Italian cuisine, Texas traditional, poor boys, burgers, seafood, and five-plate platters. For more information, why don't you give Diana and Teresa a call at 936-372-9115. The Varsity Grill, serving Waller County. Don't forget, you can listen to the Sports Report Mondays and Fridays, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All the latest and greatest going on throughout Waller County, the Sports Report is your place. The Sports Report right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we get ready here. The conclusion of halftime as the Marching Storm has taken over here for the final homecoming here in Blackshear Stadium. What an emotional time. If you've ever had any connection with Prairie View, you know the historic nature of this venue, and they will get ready to make things happen. I want to thank Ryan McGinty for being our halftime host as we were able to get some reflections on him and how he's viewing things. Panthers coming out. They will be getting the ball at the start of this half. Looks like Lockett and Hebert will be the deep men for the Panthers. Want to thank Mr. Dalton Springer for hanging out with us today. Man, good. I should have interviewed you at the half, man, but you having a good time, though, huh? All right. He said, yes, sir. Panthers getting ready to start things off here on the second half. First half saw the Panthers get 11 rushes. 21 of 72 yards rushing. Total offensive plays 40 for 211 yards. 39 total plays, 84 yards for Alabama State. So now they're getting ready to start this second half off, and it is a high kick. Will go out of the back of the end zone, and the Panthers will take over to start this second half off from their own 20-yard line. Just getting on the way here, 15 minutes here in college and the pros, and that's just what we do. Last night's coverage saw the Waller Bulldogs go to 6-0 as they came from behind to beat the Tomball Memorial Wildcats 41-31. Saw Hempstead Bobcats victorious over the Rice Raiders 51-26, and Falcons took one on the chin, losing 49-0 to the Brahmas of Belleville. So get ready to start here. Lovelock gives it to Hebert. Hebert kind of dancing through, and he will be stopped for little gain as we are locked and loaded here. He actually lost a yard on that play. So they will come on right now. Lovelock and the Panthers are going from my left to right. There's a swing pass to Dunlap. Dunlap cuts back inside, going back on the outside across the 40-yard line to the 45 and still chugging along, trying to make things happen, and it will be a first down for the Panthers, no doubt. Try to see it. There's a late flag thrown as Dunlap not appreciating how he was being handled. Ball is at the 46-yard line right now, but we'll see what the end result will be. As they will continue. So Dunlap will be called for the penalty. Still going to be a first down for the Panthers, but they lose 15 yards. So the ball will go back to the 32-yard line. To the 32-yard line is where they'll start. As they go now, there's a little pass back to Dunlap, ran the same play. Dunlap is thrown out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and he will pick up a couple of extra yards there. So the Panthers will have a second down, and we will call it 2. 3 bunch now for the Panthers. There's a give to Hebert. Hebert's tried to weasel his way through the line of scrimmage, but to no avail. Actually may have lost a yard on that particular play. 13:55 here in the third quarter of play. Just getting this second half on the way. It's going to be third down and about 3 for the Panthers. 3 receivers to the right side for Lovelock. Hebert's in the backfield with him. He takes it, gives Hebert going to the left side. Got the lane, cuts back through, shaking the defender, splits out, looking for the block, going down inside the 20, and finally brought down to the 17-yard line. Big run by Hebert. 46 yards on the run, and Hebert with the agility and the moves getting down for the big explosive run. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Lined up at the 17-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side now for Lovelock. Hebert takes it going to the right side, trying to get to the corner. He gets around the corner, slips out and through. Oh, almost down in the 1-yard line, a 16-yard run. And Hebert trying to make a statement right now. Devontae Ham will now come in, Dunlap, and it looks like, got tangled up. Greg Thurman go out. Tight formation now. Hebert keeping, not Hebert, but Lovelock keeps it on the keeper. And Lovelock gets the 1-yard TD run at 12:57. And this is just what you wanted to do if you're Coach Northern. Take your first possession and drive it in. Now, the point after try will be attempted, and it is good by Chris Barrett, and that makes the score 27-10 with 12:57 here in the third quarter play. The Panthers on top. We are going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics.
You know what? I got a problem with drinking and driving. Too many fall victim, most don't survive it. We just gotta think before we drink, cause you can lose your life just as fast as you can blink. It's that simple. We all know driving drunk is illegal, still we're doing it. I'm just trying to smarten up my people so we can keep it safe on the road. I'm all about mad, and that's because they got a positive goal. So next time when you out with the guys, make sure at least one stays sober to ride. Keep it safe, y'all. Yeah. Keep it safe, y'all. Yeah, mad.org.
All right, welcome back. We're here at Blackshear Stadium. Back deep is Joshua Davis for the Hornets. He stands at the 5-yard line, awaiting the kick from Barrett. Panthers on top 27-10 in this final homecoming here at Blackshear Stadium. The ball was just blown off the tee as the wind is picked up. We got a northern wind blowing from north to south, my left to right, as the Panthers kicker Barrett gets things set up and readjusted. You can best believe there will be some party activity going on tonight if Prairie View holds on and win this game. If they lose, there's still going to be some party tonight. We do apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a slight drop in our coverage right there, but we just missed a left sweep by Cyrus for a 3-yard gain. There's a pass now to the receiver back to the right side, number 10, DeMario Bell, as he will get, it looks like, a first down for the Hornets, as we are able now to get things back in motion here. The ball's at the 34-yard line. As we do apologize, we are back in swing of things right now. There's the give to Cyrus. Cyrus got a big hole, making defenders miss, keeping his balance, running out of bounds, finally pushed out around the 30-yard line. Another big run for Cyrus. He is okay as they seem to check him over at the sideline. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. And there's a swing pass outside to the receiver, going and cutting down. First down, making the big run was Earl Lucas. As the Hornets are continue to move forward now with this no-huddle offense, trying to make some things happen. There is timeout on the field. Looks like there is an injured Panther down on the field. With that, we are going to take a quick break while they tend to the injured Panther. We'll find out exactly who it is, and we'll be right back.
More than 2 million Americans have served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the Department of Veterans Affairs reports that approximately 11 to 20% of those warriors may have experienced symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. As we recognize PTSD Awareness Month, Real Warriors campaign volunteer Meg Mitchum, a former Army combat medic who served in Iraq, encourages fellow warriors to reach out when they need help.
The hardest step was admitting that I needed help coping with PTSD. Once I did, my command and unit fully supported me, and I was able to get the care I needed. Getting support helped me succeed in the military and now in my civilian career.
If you or a loved one is coping with an invisible wound, resources are available and they work. For more information, visit the Real Warriors campaign at realwarriors.net or call 866-966-1020.
Last year, professional counselors at Kids Help Phone helped kids more than 1 million times. Hi, I'm Jan Arden. We all have times in our lives when we face a crisis or just need someone to listen. At this very moment, a child is contacting Kids Help Phone. Maybe someone you know, maybe someone you love. We need your support to make sure there is always someone there to help. So please give. To donate, go to kidshelpphone.ca.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the injured player for the Panthers was Demond Jackson, defensive back for PV. Jackson, the 6', 195-pound freshman. He's being escorted off the field. He's walking a bit gingerly. Hopefully he'll be all right. PV Nation gives him a round of applause. It is 11:53 remaining in this third quarter play. They're still tending to Jackson. As a matter of fact, we will try to give you some scores going on around the Southwestern Athletic Conference. See what we got going on here. We will have Alabama A&M on top of Southern by the score of 34-28. Also having Grambling still on top of Alcorn by the score of 21-7. Mississippi Valley is trailing Jackson State 14-6. And, of course, our score here is 27-10. Panthers on top. Alabama State will take over the ball. Well, they'll resume play. Ball is at the 10-yard line. They can, right outside the 10-yard line, showing that they cannot get a first down. So they will get ready to go now. Duhart lined up in the pistol formation. Cyrus is behind him. Counter move to Cyrus, going back to the left side. Cutting, hurdles over defenders, and finally brought down after a positive gain. So now the no-huddle offense going at PV. There's going to be a flag down. Too many players on the field. Cyrus, meanwhile, running. Caught the Panthers in the middle of switching off. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. Only thing about that, it only cost the Panthers a couple of yards on that one. But PV could not get their personnel off in time. So they're tending to Jackson here on the sideline as we await the announcement of the infraction. The illegal substitution is the call against the Panthers. As they will now position the ball. will be second down. The ball is right at the 2-yard line on the left hash mark. Hornets going from my left to right. 11:20 now in the third quarter of play. Duhart takes it, gets the snap, gives the reverse. I'm sorry, not the reverse, or fake reverse, gave that to Cyrus. Cyrus was stopped at a wall of Panthers. So it's going to bring up third down and 2. No gain on the play. New personnel. Cyrus stays in. As it looks like now there may be another quarterback in, as it is Quintarius Toppin. Quintarius Toppin comes in. He's going to keep it himself on the quarterback read, and he scores. So Toppin gets the 2-yard touchdown run. And the Hornets score with 10:40 here in the third quarter of play. The point after try is on the way, and it is up and good. So that makes the score 27-17. The Hornets, a little malfunction in the score clock. It shows 27-27, but it's 27-17. We are going to take us a quick break if we can, as we get ready to have these Panthers come back. We'll keep it right here. We're going to keep it right here as Lockett and Abear go back deep for the Panthers. The temperature dropping just a little bit, and the umbrellas have been tucked away. The night lights are on, a little overcast, but nothing too major to get in an uproar about. Man, this is a beautiful sight, man. All the people here on campus, not one problem that I'm aware of that has happened throughout the course of the week during our homecoming. So what a great time and a great show of character for PV Nation. Awaiting the kick now from Clark. The kick is long and deep, and it will be bounced out of bounds. And the Panthers will take over at their 20-yard line. 10:40 here in the third quarter play. And the Panthers come out locked and loaded, ready to go. Lovelock. 3 receivers to his right. Petrie playing a slot receiver on that right side. Givens is isolated one-on-one by himself. In motion goes Dunlop. Takes it and gives it to Abear. And Lockett was the runner, not Abear. Picks up a couple of yards. And the Panthers go back with the no huddle. 3 receivers to the right. This time Dunlop is in the slot position. Gets the snap. Lovelock looking to his left. Throwing it up top. One for Lockett. Lockett makes a heck of a catch down at the 49-yard line. Isolated one-on-one. 23-yard reception for Lockett. First down for the Panthers. 3 receivers now bunched to the left side for Lovelock. Lovelock takes it, wants to throw it. He gets that pass off, and going nowhere fast was number 86, Skylar Moore. Skylar Moore actually lost a couple of yards. It's going to be second down and 12. 9 minutes and 28 seconds now. Spread formation look for the Panthers. Lovelock checking over the defense. Defense showing man covered. Now they throw that zone over the head of the intended receiver for the Panthers, number 84, Keith Harrow, or Hathaway, I should say. Hathaway, that ball was a little too long for him. Alabama State looked like they were going in man, then they went to that cover 2. Now it's 3rd down and 12 for Lovelock. Spread formation. Givens down in the near position of my view. He's being isolated one-on-one. Lovelock gets the snap, gives it off to Lockett. Lockett gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And it looked like Coach Northern will play a little position ball right now as the kicking unit will come out. Panthers punter Travis Jotzlew will come on out to see what's going on. We'll check out some SEC scores here in a little bit, see what the Missouri Tigers are doing. Last we heard they were losing. I'm from Missouri, if you're wondering why I want to worry about the Missouri Tigers, but my heart is right here in PV Nation. Jotzlew gets the snap. There is a high kick, and it will bounce inside the 10, and what an effort to be put on by the Panthers, as that looked like that was number 85, Mr. William Gaffney, was not able to tap it out, so it will be a touchback. And what's this? It's 8-19 now. $8-19. The Hornets come taking over. They did score their last possession. As now you come back and you get the sweep going to the left side. Convoy going for the reserve back, Caleb Thomas. He gets a big gain and finally pushed out of bounds. They're going to say at the 43-yard line, a pickup of 23 yards on the run and a first down. 8 minutes and 10 seconds. The clock starts back up. There's a swing pass out to Thomas this time. He's going, making defenders miss. Cutting back across, got another Hornet first down as he'll be spotted at the 44-yard line. 2 touches, 2 first downs for Caleb Thomas. 7 minutes and 57 seconds. Clock has been stopped. They're now going to push it back to the 45-yard line. There's a give now. Cyrus coming back in. He's running downfield, spinning down inside the 40. He gets to the 37-yard line. And the no-huddle attack continues now by the Hornets. 3 receivers to the right side for Daniel Duhart. Takes it, throws that one out, complete. A heck of a block, getting back on his feet. That was a big block by the receiver, DeMario Bell, but shaking off the block and coming up with a big-time play was 59 Trey Brown to tackle the receiver, Earl Lucas, for very minimal gain. Enough for a first down. New set of downs for the Hornets. The counter geared to Cyrus, trying to go to the left side, outrunning defenders, getting to the corner, and he's going to be trapped up. A tackle of loss. Number 53 on the tackle for the Panthers, making a heck of a play, was Danny Barnwell. 6:57. Three receivers to the right side. Looked like the Panthers jump, and there's a flag thrown down as going for it was one-on-one coverage. That was Jamar Hanna, and he was being guarded, it looks like, by number 39, Jordan Holland. Pass interference is the call. 15-yard penalty against the Panthers. That's what not the Panthers did not need that. So the ball will be pushed down now to the 17-yard line with 6:42 remaining in the third quarter play. The whistle is blown to start the clock back. At least the play clock. Daniel Duhart looking now backing off center. 3 receivers to the left. Thomas sets to his left side in the pistol formation. There's a give to Thomas. Thomas steps back, spins down inside to 10. As he gets close to another Hornet first down. No huddle offense, second down and 4. Gives us Thomas on the stretch, going to the left side, running, spinning, and he will get in for the 10-yard touchdown run. You can hear the few ASU fans that are here cheering. Thomas gets the second touchdown run of the day. He scores with 6:21. The PAT attempt is up, and it is good. With 6:21, the Panthers on top, 27-24. This is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're going to hear the PV fight song. All right, welcome back. Ready to get this ball kicked off. The wind is picking up a little bit as the wind continues to blow the ball off the tee for the kicker, Mr. Adam Shepard. Back deep is Lockett and Hebert. Strong showing tonight, or I should say this afternoon, for PV Nation. Shepard's ready. Good kick. Strong kick, high and deep. Hebert catches it over his shoulder at the 3-yard line. Going to get reversed to Lockett. Lockett trying to make defenders miss. He jukes and jives, and he'll be tackled at the 9-yard line. Six minutes and 13 seconds. PV will come now and see if they can put some type of drive together to counter ASU. They've touched the ball twice, and they've got 2 touchdowns as a result. Panthers coming out now, 3 receivers to the left side for Lovelock. Takes the snap. Throws it across. Oh, that's going to be a hog-tie tackle. It was a smart play if you look at it. Number 37 for Alabama State would be Trey Jenkins. Trey Jenkins was actually beat on the slant route by Hathaway, and he did the next best thing. He just tackled him. They saved 14, but that was half of the number 37. I don't know where they got 14 from. It's going to be a first down for the Panthers. So the ball will be spotted now at the 26-yard line. I'm sorry, the 16-yard line. It was a 5-yard penalty. Lovelock gets the play off and overthrew the intended receiver of Givens. Looked like they may have gotten crossed up on their routes. So we'll bring up second down for the Panthers. 6 minutes and 3 seconds in this third quarter play. PV Nation sporting the pink and purple pom-poms. Celebrate Cancer Awareness Month. Spread formation now for Lovelock. He looks. Goes to his right side. That ball is caught by Dunlap. I'm sorry, not Dunlap. There's a flag down. That was Thurman on the catch. There was a late flag. We'll see what that one was about. It would be enough for a first down. A personal foul, face mask against Alabama State will push the ball up to the 48-yard line for the Panthers. Lovelock, 3 receivers to his right side. Dunlap goes in motion, swings it out to Dunlap. Oh, what a big hit. Dunlap was met with fury by Darius Washington, the weak side linebacker. Makes the big hit, loss of 4 yards on the play. 5 minutes and 22 seconds now remaining in the third quarter play. Panthers on top, 27-24. Spread formation for Lovelock. Lovelock checking things out. Dunlop comes in motion. Lovelock gets the snap, throws that one across, and that one was Hathaway, and he was not able to hold on to that, which will bring up third down. There's an injured ball player for ASU on the field right now, slow to get up. We'll try to make his number out here in just a moment. Now that is number 14 for Alabama State, number 14 being Torrey Davis. He will come off. And it's going to be third down and 14 for the Panthers. See if the Panthers can come up with a 15-yard play at least on this third down. 5:03 on the clock. Spread formation. Lovelock gets the snap. The screen pass is going to Hebert. Hebert got a good block. Oh, what a block. My God, what a block by Givens. Oh, my. Givens just laid out an ASU defender. It was a clean shot, no doubt about it, but it sprung Hebert open. Oh, my goodness. Now it seems like ASU number 27, that looks like Darius Holmes is getting into it with Givens, but that was a clean block by Givens. A huge block. As going out getting assistance is Courtney Berry. We hope that he's all right. The middle linebacker, 6 foot, 215-pounder, redshirt sophomore. That was a crushing blow by Givens. Givens caught him, sprung Hebert open for a couple extra yards. The kicking unit will come out for the Panthers, but what a hit. 4:55 on the clock. So back deep is Caleb Thomas for the Hornets. Jatsley is ready to punt this one. He sits at his 36-yard line. Clock now advised to start moving. The snap is clean. There's a high coffin kick, and it is going to be fair caught at the 8-yard line. Great punt for Jatsley. So it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds for this third quarter becomes history. Hornets a little late coming out, but now they finally got things going. Panthers on top, 27-24. They have yet to score, but they scored one time here in their first possession of the third quarter. And that's where we are, 27-24. There's a Gill to Cyrus sweeping to the right side. He just dips his head, and he gets out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Another strong run for Cyrus. Panthers have done a great job of containing this explosive back. Second down and 3. No huddle, 3 receivers to the left. Duhart throws that ball, swing pass out and complete. Brown ended up on the tackle, and that was DeMario Bell. He hobbles off the field. As it is another first down for the Hornets. No huddle. Ball's at the 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side now for Duhart. 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Duhart takes it and gives it to Cyrus. Malcolm Cyrus gets about 2 yards on that run. Second down, and we'll call it 7. 3 receivers to the right side. The ball is on the left hash mark. Want to pump throw and throw. The ball almost intercepted off the hands of the receiver for the Hornets, number 82, Joshua Davis. I'm sorry, not Joshua Davis, but Brandon Barnes. And almost having a freebie was David Metcalf for the Panthers. That ball just kind of caromed right over his head. Third down and 7. 3 receivers to the right side for Daniel Duhart. He gets the snap, rolling out to his right side, being flushed out of the pocket, trying to get to the corner. He's got enough, looked like a first down, and that was sure speed and agility to outrun the D-line of the Panthers. You couldn't stop them guys from effort. Just was not able to catch up. Was Big 99 Meshack Williamson. And that will be a first down for the Hornets. Ball's at the 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining in the third quarter. Spread look. There's a give to Thomas to the right side. Hurdles over a couple of would-be tacklers, and he gets a yard out the deal. As down at the bottom of that pile was Mr. Jerome Howard. I actually gave him a couple of yards with the spot of the ball. Coming up on 2:50 now in this third quarter of play. Panthers up 27-24. 3 receivers to the left. Run comes in motion now. Duhart wants to throw. Swings that pass out, and it was enough for a positive gain for Earl Lucas. Picked up 5 yards. No huddle offense for the Hornets. Panthers look like they're showing bliss, but they pull back. Duhart adjusted his play call. Now Thomas shifts to the left side of Duhart. Panthers still look like they're trying to show bliss, and there's going to finally be some movement on the offensive lineman, number 74, Matthew Bates, and number 67, Tovar Allen. That's going to push the Hornets back 5 yards. As personnel changes come in. No huddle offense for the Hornets. Duhart gets the snap. They're going to shove to the screen. That ball is complete. And bouncing off defenders is Earl Lucas. And he will be stopped. A good read by the Purple Haze. So the kicking unit comes out. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter play. Can Prairie View hold on to get their final win at Blackshear Stadium on the final homecoming of the history of Blackshear Stadium in the year 2014? Temperatures dropping a little bit. You can smell the barbecue in the air. You can hear people getting cranked up with music from various genres all around us. The snap is up and clean, fair catch, called for by Dunlop. He slides to his knees, makes that grab at the 28-yard line. And with that, the Panthers will take over with 1:24 here in the third quarter of play. Mike Prince here with you. We are live from Blackshear Stadium. PV Nation in full effect. I got the count. What's your name, young lady? Sequoia? Sequoia, okay. Sister Sequoia up here filming. There's a give to A-Bear, and he's not going to get much on that particular run. A host of personnel changes. Petrie and Mr. Thurman coming in for the Panthers. They'll line up on the far side, as it looks like that might be Trey Green in at quarterback. It's going to be a give to Abel on a sweep, cutting back and through. And he picks up a couple of yards as Trey Green will stay in. It's going to be third down and about 4 for the Panthers. 30 seconds remaining before we are officially done with this fourth quarter play. It's 20 seconds on the game clock. It's a 2 seconds difference, so the Panthers will have to get this one off. Third down and 4. Trey Green in for the Panthers. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it right away, running straight up the middle. He gets nowhere, as that was a big defensive stop led by number 95 for the Hornets, Mr. Justin Mitchell. And that will take us to the end of this third quarter of play, as they'll walk it out to get ready to start this fourth quarter. We want to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network is proud to announce one number that you can dial to listen to all three broadcasts. That number is 724-444-7444. If you'd like to listen to the Hempstead Bobcats broadcast, 5036. If you'd like to listen to the Royal Falcons, that number is 134-280. And for the Waller Bulldogs, that number is 46493. That's 744-7444. Serving the community, faith, and athletics. Open Mic Broadcast. Remember to follow us on Facebook at Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also follow us on Twitter at OBN_Radio. Our Instagram account is OBN Radio. Don't forget we have a 24-hour listen line. It's 1-3-401-0037.
All right, we're back, and we're ready to start this fourth quarter off with a punt. Thomas back, waving for the fair catch at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line is where they'll end up setting that one up. So the Panthers will go on defense with 14:50 here in this fourth and final quarter. It's been a good turnout for PV Nation. Got a chance to speak with the Sports Information Director, Mr. Ryan McGinty. All is well here in PV Nation. As they start the fourth quarter off, there's a give to Cyrus. Cyrus knifing through the defense. He gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line as he picks up another first down for the Hornets. 27-24 is our score. And if you know, like I know, the party is just getting started here. There's another give of Cyrus. Cyrus is wrapped up after he spins forward for maybe 2 yards. He was wrapped up, it looks like, by number 93, Brock Newton. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets. Spread formation. Duhart throws. That ball is picked off at the 46-yard line. Got a convoy heading back inside down to the 10-yard line. What a big play by the defense off the tip. And making the big play for the Panthers. We're trying to make out the number. It looks like number 15, James Paul Bryant, with the interception. Bryant gets the ball off the tip and was able to advance that ball down to the 10-yard line. The give is to Hebert. Hebert runs, and he will hit a wall. He'll pick up maybe 1. Panthers with a big turnover. That ball now is going to be 2nd down, goal to go from the 9-yard line. Hebert comes in motion, gives it to Hebert trying to sweep out, and he is going to be tackled for a huge loss. Big play, Marcus Owens, the right defensive end, just got deep penetration. As it will come 3rd down, goal to go from the 17-yard line. 13:05 remaining in the contest. Panthers cannot get a first down. The wind is going in favor in the direction of the Panthers, going from left to right. Now looking to throw, and that ball is intercepted down at the 5-yard line. Going, got a convoy himself. 1 man to beat, and Lovelock ends up making the tackle. Couldn't quite make out who that was on the INT, but it looks like one of the defensive backs. And the Panthers turn that ball over. I want to say that was number 44. No, not 44. Torrey Davis, number 14. A 15-yard penalty was assessed at the end of the penalty. Trying to figure, was that against the Panthers? It must have been against the Panthers. So the Panthers losing a little composure right now. 12:42 now in the contest. The ball is at the 43-yard line, where the Panthers will have to try to bow their necks. Now there's going to be a give on the count of 2. Cyrus kicking to the outside, lowering his head, and gets across the 40. He picks up another 5 or 6 tough yards. It's going to be a pickup of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. 12-15 remaining. No huddle look. Pistol formation. They ride with Cyrus. He's bouncing in and out, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be wrapped up. He picks up about a yard or so. As the Panthers, Meshach Williamson was able to hold on with a little help from Howard. It's going to be 3rd down right now. Back-to-back interceptions. Look like the Panthers going to be able to try to add to their 3-point lead here and end up throwing an interception down at the 5-yard line. Tight look. Now there's a counter give to Thomas. Thomas is met in the backfield. Somehow got away, but he will lose a yard. And the Panthers defense is stiffing up. It's going to be 4th down and about 5. Looks like the Hornets are going to go for it. Spread formation now. Looking to try and see what's going to be the call now is Daniel Duhart. Thomas looking confused. He now lines up in the slot position. So now it's the shotgun. And it's going to be delay of game against Alabama State. That was huge. That was huge. So that pushes the Hornets back. It's going to be 4th down and 10. Now that changes the whole scenario. The kicking units will come out. Dunlap will be back at his 10-yard line. Out to kick will be Preston Clark. Preston Clark. He gets the snap. It's a high, wobbly kick. It bounces. Oh, Dunlap picks it up and falls down. That was almost an ill-advised move. Nonetheless, the Panthers were not hurt by it. 10:37. Panthers will get the ball. It's spotted at the 13-yard line. And here come PV Nation. Now, Panthers, they got to move the ball this series. They've been stubbing their toe just a little bit. See what happens here on this drive. Lovelock takes it, gives it over, and that was Ham. Didn't get much. He stretched it out as far as he could to the right side. And he got maybe a yard out that deal. A touchdown right now for a long drive would really look good for the Panthers right now. There's another give and a face mask. Looks like because the helmet was ripped right off the back. Ham was running, and his helmet was gone. So Ham will have to come out for one play. Ham showed some heart. He kept running with his helmet was ripped literally off his head. So Arthur Lockett will come in to relieve him right now. 10:08 remaining in the contest. Panthers on top 27-24. Jerry Lovelock has 3 receivers to his left side. He's checking things out right now. Hornets, no rush, no pressure. There's a dump off to Lockett. Lockett bounces off a defender. Good block up front. And getting down close across the 35-yard line is Lockett. Good lead block for PV as number 58, the center, Dylan Bonnet, was leading the charge. First down for the Panthers. Ball's at the 37-yard line. Dunlop goes in motion. There's a give back to Lockett. Lockett slithers through across the 40-yard line. And he will pick up about 4 yards. This is a good drive that the Panthers needed right now. They need to get some points off of it. They're eating up clock and moving the ball. 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the contest. Panthers up 27-24. Dunlop in motion. He takes it. There's a little hook pass out to Dunlop. Dunlop got the corner. He's got the first down across the 50-yard line, and there's a late flag thrown. Hopefully this is not against the Panthers. They are checking things out now. Another face mask penalty, and we will take it. We will take it any way we can get it. Give the Panthers 15 additional yards. Now, if you had never been to Blackshear Stadium, they're playing I Want to Get Funked Up right now. And if you know anything about that, is there's something magical about that song, and we'll see what happens. First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Lockett gets it going to the left side, kicking outside to the corner, around the first down marker, and he's finally upended down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. As I stated, you're going to hear I Want to Get Funked Up, and the Panthers pick up another huge first down. 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Lovelock takes it, rides well, fumbles the ball. Lockett and Lovelock had a mix of exchange. Looking for the unscrambling and seeing what's going on. It's looking like the Panthers will maintain possession. Boy. 8 minutes, 23 seconds. Panthers at the 19-yard line. There's Abear. He comes in, kicking it outside, got a good block. Oh, wow, cutting inside, down inside the 5-yard line. What a block by Givens to open up luck. Jonathan Abear. These receivers are blocking today, ladies and gentlemen. Givens with another screen shadow block. There's an injured ASU player down on the field. The ball is going to be officially marked at the 2-yard line. The clock is stopped with 8:09 remaining in the contest. They're going to attend to the injured ball player. We're going to take a quick break. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This is Mike Prince. Keep it locked where you got it. We got ourselves a barn burner building right now. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back, a quick huddle up as the injured ball player was tended off. Lovelock with the quarterback sneak, and they did not give him the progress. So it's going to be second down and goal to goal. 7:45 remaining in the contest. If the Panthers can score a touchdown right here, this will put them in pretty good shape right now. Personnel change coming in. Lovelock under center. They got the big fullback in for the Panthers right now. Looks like number 35, Mr. Walter Baranis. And the Panthers get the score off the quarterback keeper. The leading block of the big fullback coming in to make the way. The Panthers, Lovelock, get the 1-yard run. The PAT is about to be attempted. By Barrett. Barrett's kick is up, and it is good. 34-24 with 7 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this contest. We're going to hear this fight song one more time, and we'll be right back. I do apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little preoccupied. Got some things that we're working on right now. As we get ready for this kickoff, Barrett's kick is high and deep in the back of the end zone. Will not even be attempted. So 7-19 remaining in the contest. The Hornets will take over at their 20-yard line. Mike Prince here with you as we are live here at Blackshear Stadium. Hornets coming out right now. The ball's at the 25-yard line. The snap is handed off now to, it's going to be a keeper and a big tackle by Jerome Howard. Jerome Howard on the penetration, 7:05 now remaining. Lost 4 yards on the play. The snap to to Duhart. He swings it out, and there's a big run that time by Earl Lucas. He picks up about 7 yards. Temperature's dropping just a little bit, but it's heating up here in PV Nation. 3rd down and 8. The Hornets are just about in 4-down territory right now. They got bunches to the right side, tight formation. You have DeMario Bell as the outside receiver. Duhart looking, gets the snap, looks to his left, now he rolls out to the right. He throws, and that ball is caught in between the defensive zone. A big catch by Nehemiah Henry. It gives the Hornets a little bit of breathing room and a first down. 6:03 now. The ball's at the 49-yard line. Another swing pass. Whoa! Almost got a big hit, but what a help coming in. That pass was completed to number 3, Earl Lucas. Coming in, making a big support on the run was Jordan Holland. After 29, Derek Johnson was not able to follow through with the tackle. Going to be a loss. 2nd down and 15. 5:32 remaining. 3 receivers to the right side. Bale comes in motion, running out to the right side. That ball was thrown away as applying pressure for the Panthers was Akeem Barton. Barton applied pressure, and that ball was intended for Khalid Thomas, but couldn't get it off in time. He had to throw that one sooner than he wanted to. Clock stopped with 5:23 remaining in the contest. Duhart gets the snap. Pressure coming up. He allows it up top. Going up top, got DeMario Bell, I should say, and he rides down to the 5-yard line. I mean, just laid that one. That was a beautiful catch and reception. Oh, what do you say? Bring it back, baby. Holding against Tavar Allen, number 67, and that is going to negate the first down and a big play, and it's going to push them back with 5:13 remaining in the game. The Panthers are dodging a bullet right now. The defense got to tighten up just a little bit. Let that purple haze take on over and see what happens. The overcast here at Blackshear Stadium, but the spirits are high in PV Nation. Ball is spotted back now to the 37-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and about 26, flushed out of the pocket, looking to throw and just throwing that ball up for grabs, out of bounds, out of everyone's hands. It's going to bring out the kicking unit with 4:46. Don't want to get too crunk just yet, but PV Nation is close to getting back-to-back wins. You start milking the clock. You start moving ever so slowly. The Hornets have 3 timeouts left. But what the Panthers need to do is just move the ball, get some first downs, eat up clock, and let nature take care of itself. So Preston Clark will come in. Gabe Dunlap awaits. And looks like it was going to be some timeout call. Timeout call on the field as the Panthers trying to secure another win here. Back-to-back wins, in fact. Matter of fact, we want to take us a station identification break, and we'll be right back. You listen to the PV football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The station design. Open Mic Broadcast Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, timeout has been administered to the Panthers, trying to make sure they got everything in perspective for them. 34-24 is our score. 4 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the contest. Dunlop awaits at his 33-yard line. Preston, step back. There's a fake. They're going for it, and out of desperation, the Panthers will get the ball on the turnover of downs. They tried to fake punt that one. Looks like number 20 or the up back, Jihad Coleman. And that may have been the last bullet in the chamber for the Hornets. That ball is at their 41-yard line. The Panthers will take over with 4:40. Lockett comes in motion. There's a give to Hebert. Hebert hops through to about the 41-yard line. Panthers sitting in good shape right now. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Ball is spotted at the 40. Well, I guess the original line of scrimmage didn't get anything. So it's going to be second down and 10. Not really a factor right now. Panthers got a 10-point lead. The ball and time winding down. Coming up on 4 minutes with 4:04 remaining. 25 seconds on the play clock. And the Panthers are content in letting this one right on down. Play clock down to 15, and it's 3:50 on the game clock. No big hurry for the Panthers. As a matter of fact, Alabama State might as well just play the run right now if you're the defensive coordinator at least. There's a give to Hebert again. He scuttles through, not really trying to do too much of anything. Oh, he slithered out, but he was considered down with the progress. Clock still running, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Third down now. Now, you got to try to get you at least one more first down to help secure this victory if you're Coach Northern. Get you one more first down. So you got to look, you got to think that Alabama State is not really content on playing the pass right now because Prairie View has a 10-point lead, and if you go through the football book 101, you would say that they are not throwing it, but what a better time to throw it. We'll see what happens. Panthers go, and there's going to be a give to Hebert. He cuts out reverse field, and he slips and falls, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. The clock is stopped with 2:45. Timeout was taken on the field by Alabama State. So that's the first timeout for Alabama State. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the contest. PV on top, 34-24. We're going to pause 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm Mike Prince. Keep it where you got it.
You know what? I got a problem with drinking and driving. Too many fall victim, most don't survive it. We just gotta think before we drink, cause you can lose your life just as fast as you can blink. It's that simple. We all know driving drunk is illegal, so we're doing it. I'm just trying to smarten up my people so we can keep it safe on the road. I'm all about mad, and that's because they got a positive goal. So next time when you out with the guys, make sure at least one stays sober to ride. Keep it safe, y'all. Yeah, keep it safe, y'all. Yeah, mad.org.
All right, welcome back. We are 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from the Panthers being in victory lane. The ball is at the 44-yard line. Jatzlew will go back to punt, and back deep is Caleb Thomas. He awaits at the 11-yard line. There's a high-angle kick, or it can be a low-angle kick. Just keep it in bounds and don't get the touchback. The all-out rush, they're running into the kicker. There's a flag thrown, and Thomas is going to be finally wrapped up and pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. There's a running into the kicker. There's only going to be a 5-yard penalty, so they might decline it looking at where they got it from. We're going to see what the call is. That's right. That's right. That penalty is declined. And the reason they want to decline that because you got a heck of a coverage down here, down at the 6-yard line. So with that punt down at the 6-yard line, and it's 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining, you want to keep them back as far as possible. So a great turn of events. Coach Northern say, I'll take that all day long and twice on Sundays. 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the contest. The ball is at the 6-yard line of Alabama State, and just for them to even get close, they got to travel 94 yards and still get another score. So now the Panthers can pin their ears back and go for the gusto. Duhart gets the snap, looking. He's in his end zone, being flushed out of the pocket. Want to pump. He throws and forced out of bounds. Picks up maybe a couple of yards after that. So the clock stops with 2:30. They're going to give him 2 yards on the game. And the clock will be advised to start again. 2:25 remaining. It's the snap. Duhart looking, sitting back in the pocket, going deep. Oh, that one was almost intercepted. Great read by the defensive back for the Panthers, number 9, Kenneth Jordan, the freshman out of Alabama. The one-time starter, KJ, makes a heck of a grab. 3rd down. Duhart gets the snap. Looks, wants to throw, going up top, and that one is overthrown. The closest person to that one was the PV Nation, Nick Brewer, number 30. Two minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the contest. 34-24. Panthers on top. The kicking unit comes out as Dunlap awaits at the 42-yard line of the Hornets. There's a low knuckler, and that ball gets away, and it's picked up by the 32-yard line. And that was picked up. It looks like that was DeMond Jackson. Probably didn't want him touching that, but nonetheless. 1:59 remaining. Panthers have the ball. The ball is at the 24-yard line of the Hornets. So right now, Lovelock coming in. 3 receivers to his right side. Hebert, the back in the backfield, to give this to Hebert. Hebert just lowers his head, moves forward. And he will be stopped. Timeout. Alabama State uses their second timeout with 1:52 left in this contest. The Hornets down by 10. Want to remind you that you can follow us each and every day on Twitter at OBN_radio. Find out what all is going on throughout Waller County Athletics and the Southwestern Athletic Conference. You can also join us on our weekly syndicated talk show, the Sports Report Weekly, aired in 11 SWAC radio stations, 11 radio stations throughout SWAC country, as we are expanding and growing by leaps and bounds. Some of the people are heading out, ready to get their party on, as it looks like it's going to be an all right time for homecoming 2014. Breaking out of the timeout, 1:52 remaining, as Lovelock will come back out. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. They gave Hebert a yard on that possession. The Hornets can stop the ball one more time, but if PV gets a first down, that just might shut them down. There's going to be a keeper this time by Lovelock. Get it to the outside, running over a defender down at the 17, 16-yard line. And it's close to a first down. Boy, PV is coming in, shocking people right now after losing their first 4 games. They are trying to win 2 back-to-back. And, boy, you go back to that Labor Day Classic and you can just bite yourself, losing 37-35, and not talking about the game here against Southern. They say if wouldas and couldas only count in hand grenades and horseshoes, and it is what it is. But they are playing strong right now with 1:44, and you like to see these guys rallying around Coach Northern. There's no secret. There's a lot of pressure on him right now, but he's responded quite well. He's run a good program, and I personally would like to see him continue to get a chance to do his job. He runs a great program. I've worked close with these guys personally, and you got to be pleased with everything you see going on. 3rd down and 2, 1:44 remaining. Lovelock in the pistol formation. Hebert, the back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left side. There's going to be a gear to Hebert, cutting, looking to the outside, cutting toward the lane. He just want to get a first down, and I don't think he's going to get it. But here's what you do. If you're Coach Northern, you go for it. If you go for it, you just want to eat up the rest of the clock. It's going to be 4th down, and it's going to be, it looks like, about a yard or 2 short. As they sort things out. Well, actually, now they're saying he's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short, but the clock is running. 55 seconds remaining. Now there's a timeout called by the Panthers. Coach Northern not liking. Oh, my. Play clock, at least let the play clock run down a little bit more with the game clock at 54, but that's neither here nor there. PV Nation will be well pleased with the performance of the Panthers on tonight. As they are discussing the matters, all they need is a first down. Now, man, I kind of hate to see that one happen. You don't want to give Alabama State another opportunity of touching the ball, period. So they need to do something here. 4th down and 3. The snap to Hebert. Hebert jumping through, and he may have gotten the first down. He may have gotten enough, and it looks like they're going to move that one. First down, Panthers. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers will win the final homecoming at Blackshear Stadium. And being an alumnus myself, class of 93, you hate to see this old girl shut down, but she got to go. The Panthers can now get in victory formation, and it is first down at the 14-yard line. And Lovelock, underneath center, takes a knee. You got to love it for Coach Northern and the Panthers. The Panthers win homecoming 34-24. PV Nation coming around, doing the countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. The Prairie View A&M University Panthers chalk up the victory, and we are about to enjoy ourselves this afternoon. Panthers go to 2-3 in SWAT play. 2-3 in SWAT play. Next time the Panthers get a chance to redeem themselves, we'll get the schedule out here for you in just a second. Coach Northern and the Panthers holding it up and holding it down. With the win tonight, takes the Panthers' overall record to 2-4. Panthers next will be on the road at Mississippi Valley. October the 18th in Annabella, Mississippi, to take on Mississippi Valley. The Panthers victorious 34-24. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to take care of us right now from Blackshear Stadium. The last homecoming for PV and PV Nation. What we're going to do is play the fight song and the school song. God bless, and we'll see you on the other side.